History Explores. Very cold, rainy morning. We're on our way to the Titanic works. What it is they open it up at various times of the year, and today they're opening it just for a couple of hours. So we're on our way to go and see it, and I'll be showing you around once we get there. Right guys, see you in a bit. Just outside the Titanic works. I just want to mention before I go in that Titanic works is part of quite a few steelworks which are in the Shalesmore area. So just across the road from us over there is the Globe Works, and then not far from there is George Barnsley's, then there's the Titanic works running today, Well Meadow Street's across there. So this was a big steel area, Shalesmore, at one point. So right, we're going to go inside and have a look. Maybe a hard hat on. Right, we're going into the steelworks now, down to the cellar bit. So I'll see you in a bit.
Standing, this wasn't standing there. It was all kind of listed as only a single kind of crucible stand. That happened already before the listing. It's called partially. This is a red survival, a two-end stack, crucible furnace. It's quite rare now, survival in Sheffield. I also like coming out here so that you can see the workshops. It's quite detailing. You also can see the cementation furnace on the other side, a bit modified at the top, and you start appearance of the windows. So we got like two large windows on this side and on the other side too. They would not have any glass. It would have been like only just bars and shutters. We are quite hot inside, yeah? And that's a typical kind of working space. The roofs, normally, they're not really resting on the stacks. The stacks get really hot, so the stack normally got corbels all the places, yeah? So that they're resting on kind of freestanding, if you like, So let's go to the other side now, please. This is quite characteristic of crucible furnaces. It's iron band, and sometimes, not always, the fire bricks, going through. It's a typical, when you see that anywhere in Sheffield, you know this is like a crucible stack here. Often these fire bricks, they were kind of a different kind of courses, different intervals, and they were used to rest, iron ties through the stack, to support it again. Just before we go inside, I want to show some of these door stoppers. They actually are molded to create the ingot of steel, the things up top. And now nobody realizes what they are. But they were two places, two parts together, and sometimes joined together, or kind of a closed, some kind of rings. Yeah? You're gonna see some of those now. Inside. So let's go to just before going down the first side. You open? Yeah, just quickly to have an idea of so as I said, I haven't gone through the process of how to build, to create the crucible steel, but I might just summarize it a little bit. So we got one stack here and another stack there. It's quite cozy in a way, yeah? So we got here about 6 or 8 melting holes, same thing over there. And right in the middle, what we got here is some kind of semi-sunken pit, called a teeming pit, yeah? So when you get, when the crucibles are ready, they are white hot and it's been already charged, completely melted. The master teamer would kind of lift the crucible with a tongue, long tongs, and bring it to the teeming pit where you got the molds. So those molds you see in there, secure to kind of iron band, and it's that. The right way is not pouring, but like teaming it out. That's kind of molten steel. But that's how it works. The shells you can see there, they are shells to dry the kind of the green clay crucibles. What's being created also here. And this is a remnants of an annealing oven. Again, that's just used to kind of ignite the coke, used as a fuel, and also to cook the crucible. So yeah, let's go down there. It's just kind of a rush one, so I'll go down.
Cheers.
This is quite a bad place, yeah, so be very careful, please. This is very careful, yeah, please. It's anybody coming here? Don't come here. Mind you protecting us a little bit with the. Thank you. This one, in a way, is one of the best.
That's why you wear
Yeah,
them?
I'm tall.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's always the same.
Were these all down here then when you?
Yes, so
excavate?
yes, are we all here?
Yeah.
So, answering your question, facility services. So as I said, because it was listed this as a crucible furnace based on the stack, it was known that there was a cellar, because a crucible always need to have a cellar as a kind of a reservoir. So cellar was here. When they came here, yeah, there was a lot more like artifacts and tools and all that kind of stuff. The other two were uncovered accidentally whilst developing the site, almost make a hole into the void, and they realized there were 2 more crucible cells. So they would have been here, well, this is like a double one, so it would have been 3 crucible furnaces. So this is about 1870s, 1890s, double vault. Obviously you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 6 holes here, 6 holes there. This is the ash pit. So the other convenient thing about having a cellar is like when the coke is being burned, all the ash coming down to the ash pit, and then you could continue cleaning and continue feeding. So the crucibles, let's see where we can see it. The crucibles will be resting on this iron grate. You see over here, anybody? Iron grate. Make it more clear this way. There you go. And if a crucible for whatever reason breaks, basically there you can remove them and just get it out. Now, the crucible, if it gets stuck here, in normal process, you wouldn't be able to lift it, yeah? So what they were using to avoid getting stuck to the iron grate, they were using this almost fire retardant, this fire retardant type of bases. They call, so we all see this? They call cheese. And they normally will be using one this way on the base of the metal grill, another one here, and then you got here your crucible. There's no crucible here, it's a crucible lid, would have been something like that. Some tools there. The other thing we got here, you asked me about this question, so some of these are, they're not part of the tongue, so they got here more bars, or those grey bars, yeah? You see them? And this one here, this is sometimes when the teamer is teaming out the molten steel, there's another person helping out and kind of scooping, because it's quite, yeah. This pillar is in the center of one melting hose arrangement, another one. So this is where the teaming pit would have been. some that you can see here, still there. It's made out of iron. So it's semi-sunken so that when the timber is kind of pouring it, it doesn't need to go too low or too high. It's kind of an inconvenient place, you know. So you basically are just tilting it in the right place, and you got your molds there ready. Another mold, another mold. Sometimes you get 4 molds in one pit, and you got more. So that's the process really, and this is cellar number 1. It's very pretty. We can see here another. This is a contemporary toilet. So it's good because you would have here like the cellar lads, you know, cleaning all the ash continuously, and the ash needs to go somewhere to go. Careful with the cable, please. And we go there is another workshop, possibly used to, you know, for sorting out the material, raw material, perhaps making crucibles, clay, and so on. You have a look, please. Have a look, please. You know, what's a team that sort of, you know, joists, and they're all gone now, so it's been replaced. This sort of aperture could allow some kind of a hatch, something mechanism to lift material to bring it down, whether it's raw material for the, could be ash from the ash pit, or even raw material to make here possibly clay crucibles, crucible pots. So yeah, that's cellar number 1. We've got 2 more if people are. This is concrete. This is replacing the original timber joist and timber planks.
So when was this built?
It's been restored in the post 2006 when your complex was built basically. So no historical.
Okay.
Okay. You follow safe, you know.
Is there anything why they want the theatre to be underground and then?
Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point. I don't really know the answer, but we're gonna see another one because I am now guessing that could have been used for that or for other purposes. It's very compact, but we got another one where you can see the complete evidence of making the clay. Maybe just the what's it called?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The cellar land was they're not cleaning any of the ash, cleaning up from the ash pit. They do another job. They are sometimes they go into the pudding tray. They actually stamping with the pudding tray to get the clay more homogeneous and out, you know, full of you know, without any sort of bubbles and any kind of impurity. So yes, it's double. Yeah. Double job.
Very wide.
No, it's actually. Are we all here?
Nearly.
Are we all here? No. So are we all here? Yeah. So this is actually the oldest one, 1850s, around that. Very different from the other one. We go here 10 holes, so without having above another workshop and a chimney stack, yeah? A crucible stack. And again, a lot higher, a lot taller than the other one, yeah? Narrower kind of a vault, double vault. Some of these one reinforced with these little girders. On this occasion, what we go here is 1 and 2 to the hand here of teaming feet. So this 10 hole, 5, 7, 1 teaming feet, another one, and they are supported by this column. You can't really see them anymore, or perhaps one of these ones, you know, very very low. These ones still have some of the bars in places, yeah, not all over, and there you go, the bar here. And what the gentleman asked me when I was newer, it looks quite new, so it's being all rendered.
Alright.
As you can see, the sockets and remnants of timber, so this was used as an air raid shelter during the Blitz.
Right.
1941, so air raid shelter. So we go here completely modified. At some point that was already possibly, I don't know if it was still working or not, because it's not blocked top, you know, so it might not have been decommissioned, still kind of obviously stopping the function and used as a kind of area shelter in the whole complex, or maybe even the part of the neighborhood. Who knows? Because the other two don't have any evidence of having been used as an area shelter. It's only one, yeah? Maybe the one with the taller.
It's a little bigger.
Could be. So we got here. I want to show you this. Some of those more artifacts. It's always loose artifacts, you know, they've got interesting things. So this little tray, metal tray, people can see, I need to go quickly. This is the one used to charge the melting hole with the coke, yeah? But also, if you look at the dimension, it will fit also perfectly with to get the ash as well. So kind of dual function. And this sort of barrel, people just kind of see a bit, slightly oval, kind of barrel if you like, yeah? So I'm just gonna have quickly see. The first crucible holes, they were like a single hole for each crucible, yeah? And they realized quickly with the same mechanism, they could have 2 crucibles within some kind of a slightly oval or elliptical hole. So they were making it elliptical, oval. Now, this kind of melting hole, after several charges, can be, the brickwork can shatter and you have to replace the whole thing, basically rebuild. So you have to have it, make sure everything gets, you know, protected. So although it was fire retardant, fire bricks, you know, it was lined, kind of a proper lining, some kind of a refractory clay, ganister and coke dust. So they were using this barrel, if you like, rammed with the clay and getting it inside the hole. So you need like if you like say some kind of hooked inside the hole, connected to press against the side and then lift it back up. And it lasts a few weeks, the lining, before damaging the brickwork. You can see at the bottom is the actual hook. You can see. So when you got it down, it will be able to lift it back up, yeah? That's the hook. Yeah. So this is an interesting find actually. So connected to the production of crucibles, yeah? Crucible steel. Let's go to another room here. We got an additional room. Let's go to another room here. There you go. So. Not a lot to see in some ways. Another workshop. This lady asked me about the workshop adjacent to. It's almost like a center. You got another little workshop. People are doing maybe 2 jobs at the same time. The concrete blocking, that's where one of the mini diggers sort of broke, you know, the ceiling when, you know, the actual roof, when they were all developing the site, the being badly restored. We got here some other opening, a doorway. When we go there, it's interesting. Those 2 compartments, you're going to have a door here, see a door frame, and they were used like a chemical toilet for the, that's the pocket. Chemical toilet during the use as an area shelter. Right. So not very nice really, but you know, as how you do, you know, to survive. Some loose ephemera, some are connected to the crucible, like I think this one might be a later type of a mold, fibre mold, and some others are just losing them, have been stored here. This one got no connection whatsoever with the furnace, if you like. So yeah, if you have a question, please, I'm here for.
What did they do for light?
Yeah, for light, very good question. So if I say earlier, 1850s is one, 1880s. So at that time, it's got to be
Candles.
oil lamps, yeah?
Yeah.
So later on, when you go like 1910s, 20s, it was gas.
Yeah.
And then later on, because some of these ones functioned in the 50s or in 1970s. So the industry is almost now ancient, but it was actually not long ago. People were still alive, we're actually putting these things, It's very interesting. These ones, I'm guessing, when it was used as an area shelter, they had some kind of vents, yeah? I'm guessing, yeah? There's a few things unknown here, like I think some of them, those are proper door jambs, it's quite nice, but overall here, so it might have been inserted and modified. It could have been a window, another sort of a way to have, another mean to have, a hatch to get, goods, in and out. We don't really know. In fact, do we know about this one? It's all rendered, unfortunately. Have we got anything here? We don't really know. Could there be another sort of, I'm not suggesting this is a dumb weight or anything like that, but it could have something, yeah? So there you go. Yes, a few things are unknown and a lot of the different phases. I've been told that this one's been, one of them has been done afterwards during the restoration. So what will be events, and when it was all restored as part of the development, the architect, whoever designed to have it more symmetrically arranged, they created a fake one. So, but it's like a recess, there's nothing. I think it's another one original there actually. That's better preserved, in fact. If you got. Somewhere, but. See, and it's got a hopper, so you might have just allowed goods coming out, in and out, yeah. So that's interesting, isn't it? There you go.
Yeah.
You enjoy it?
Sorry.
When you're ready, please, obviously that's been restored. It's suffering from water percolation, isn't it? Quite a lot,
Are there any other basement here?
We got another one, another cellar.
So
Three. So the difference between cellar and basement, in my book, a basement is a place for habitation. A cellar is more for storage and so on. This is a crucible cellar.
So you call it cellar?
Yes, cellar. Are you going to put me on YouTube or what?
Yeah, you are going to be on YouTube, yeah.
God. Should I prepare myself better because I was a bit rushed,
You can either like self-introduce.
Sorry?
You can either self-introduce.
Already go over the rendering. So that's already part of the comfortable accommodation when they had this area shelter, yeah? Because that's being rendered not for the salad. The rendering is part of the arrangement for area shelter, yeah?
So they wired it up for what?
Although I expect to have maybe not so good, well lighted system, but already some electricity by the 40s anyway, the 30s. So you never know. They might continue with the old-fashioned gas, So until then, so yeah.
So is this still the original floor?
Yes.
Yorkshire stone?
Yeah, flagstone, Yorkshire stone, it's a typical one, Anyone who use the York stones, and sometimes they just been quarried in Manchester area and stuff like that. So.
It doesn't last very long in Manchester. Better quality in Yorkshire.
There you go, so. Yeah, that's the stalactites.
Yeah.
It's a salt formation because of the, damp. That's new really. That is the brickwork. We're gonna have to think about more restoration at times.
Unnatural, natural.
It's salt formation.
You're considering caves, like
Yeah.
natural form, but this time it is natural form, but it's unnatural.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Castleton? Been to Castleton?
What do you mean?
It's a place called Castleton, a town.
No.
It's got many caves.
If you visit there, there's the caves and there's like big gigantic ones.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
have been the caves like that.
There's several there, yeah.
Yeah.
There's several.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
very
several.
interesting.
Yeah.
And it's got a bit of everything. It's got natural formation, and it also got mines, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's got mines.
yeah.
Very interesting shapes.
Can we go to the next one?
Yeah.
We haven't got time, man. We haven't got much time to get.
Right, we're about to enter the third cellar now.
No, they don't act as a storage. They act as a common reservoir. So to control the flue, the chimney stack, and also to get the ash coming down. For the storage.
So the ash coming down and the disappear and
Are we all here? So this it's a lot more recent than the other ones, 1920s and 30s. Yeah? 1920s and 30s. We can see here 2 pillars again here and the iron teaming pit. It looks like the pillar might have been placed afterwards to support it. It's a little bit wonky, yeah? So maybe that's the thing, they might have been like freestanding and they realized that they need more support after heating it up. We got here, the holes have been decommissioned and already bricked up. Yeah? So it's quite a wide elliptical, single wide elliptical vault, yeah? With the restored places, some of the bricks might be actually small elliptical, rather than being sort of segmental or kind of barrel kind of vault, it's more like a really wide span elliptical arch. It's very wet. I've got a lot of clay around here. This feature is a later one, we don't really know something, some kind of large piping on the other side, so it's kind of secondary when this crucible cellar got the commission, and you can see being bricked up, all the ash pits. What we got here is an interesting thing, very interesting thing. If one of the ladies asked me about making the pot in the cellar or not, okay, for your thing. What we got here is a reservoir. What we got here, this iron sort of frame, you like, it's called the puddling tray. Where you actually there, just stamping, like throwing on the clay to get, all the bubbles and everything to make it more homogeneous. But that's quite reservoir. And there might be all the items there, like a store perhaps. Again, you were going to have a look. Well, that's the area where we would have been there, just working on the clay, the green clay, you like. It's a freestanding one, so the roof is standing on the other one, so right now on the stack. So it's kind of a different method. Perhaps you got it in all the properties, but that was the architect was quite early, so the 1820s. So the earliest now in the country actually. So maybe they kind of had some ideas and they got transformed as kind of concept. However, this is a 1910s or 20s, so it's copying the old styles, so there might be different reasons. Yeah, so I'll look at this one, where you find it. This is where the lads would have been here all the time, something on the clay, something of it. This is a pot. here. Well, we will be building maybe 3 or 4 6 times.
So this is that line.
It's actually iron.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's it. It's kind of an iron plate.
Where they repair.
But it's rebate, so that you might have water here as well, and you have the water and clay, so very hard.
So what was the state of it when you first come down here? Was it really bad?
Yeah, some of it.
I was working for them.
Oh, right.
When they get, but you presume so.
Is that what the photos are on the table then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stone line and brick, yeah.
You see, this one and the other one, they didn't know they were here until the digger went through.
It's amazing though, isn't it?
Yeah. Good space. That's one of my favourite things, just the puddling tray in there. Working with clay.
And then I incorporate part of the different fabric. Yeah, because of formation. Obviously more restoration here because
Would this been a little bit of a workshop area?
yeah, again, and you got every time you got a small workshop and got up to speed going on, you know, but that's all I have to kind of means of getting good now. When I dash, with the clay, everybody knows what I'm saying.
How long do you need to check? You like it?
You were there.
Yeah, good. So,
Yes.
yes, thank you for that. Once you're done here, thank you for that. You don't get to the PPE, you know, put it back in the place and
East part. You don't know which actually it is, right?
It wouldn't obviously it wouldn't have been as damp as this back then. I mean, obviously because you've got that heat anyway.
that's right. And then you got the workshop upstairs, yeah, and get really, really hot there.
Yeah.
So no, this is would have been so continuous, yeah. You get 3 charges a
Yeah,
day,
you get
12 hours.
It's been
The
so
first
bad.
charge takes about 6 hours to heat it up, and then the subsequent one 3 or 4 hours, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like what's that? Sometimes when you get 2 teaming peaks, they might be alternating even.
Right.
So you are, you know, continuously, unless you got 2 masters simultaneously. But there are some larger one in Darno, and they were actually lighting things at different times, so that you want to use it just keep yourself busy, like a, you know, like a conveyor belt in a time of sequence. You know?
Where does this water come from? So they come from the ground? And they
Yeah, it's saturated now, everything, you know, so we've
Got it from the sides as well.
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's
And that's the takes you around the vibe around the back.
I think the other one was they might be blocked. I think maybe that one, they might be slightly blocked anyway. But yes, there's not much paper for that except for maybe better control for the draft, you know, cold air draft or something. Yeah. I think some of these workshops are like a monopitch, you know, monopitch roof. So maybe that wall, the back one is the one supporting the joist, and they would actually kind of omit, you know, the stacking, so you have 2 large joists in the side, something like that, rather than being a pitch, you know. And there are different shapes of building, you know. Okay.
With not trying to own you. I just wanna know what it feels like.